So does the buck stop with the Mamata government? Is the BJP using communal violence to destabilize the Mamata government? Are citizens caught in the political crossfire? Some of the questions we'll raise tonight. I'm joined by Justice A.K. Ganguly, former Supreme Court judge, joins me from Kolkata. Nazrul Islam, former DG, West Bengal Police is with us. Sanju Verma is the BJP spokesperson. Riju Jatta is the TMC spokesperson. Let me first come to my two experts. Nazrul Islam, as a former DG, West Bengal Police, where does the buck stop? Does it stop with the Chief Minister and the Bengal government? Law and order is a state subject. Is there any, should Mamata Banerjee be held to a word that outsiders are coming and disturbing Bengal? At the end of the day, it's her responsibility.
First, I correct yourself. I retired as Additional Director General of Police, not Director General of
Fair
Police.
enough.
Then, without admitting, if you presume that the violence in Shivpur or Rishra was done only by the BJP people, not by the TMC people, then also it was the duty of the police to prevent it. And the police could not prevent it, so it is the failure of the police. And Mamata Banerjee, Chief Minister of the state, is also the police minister. So failure lies with Mamata Banerjee. My personal view is that as the ruling party leaders of the state is very much discredited by the recruitment scam, and the result of Sagordiki by-election and the procession at Bogtui has revealed that the Muslim vote bank is on the wane. I think Mamata Banerjee is orchestrating these things to divert the attention from the recruitment scam and repairing the Muslim vote bank. I am giving one example. From the Dharna Manch in Kolkata, she said that this is a month of Ramzan, the period of sacrifice, and Muslims cannot commit any crime. I think she is absolutely wrong on many counts. First, she is not definite about the sacrifice. I think with the Eid al-Adha and this Ramzan, he could not differentiate. And I am giving another example. Before the Muhammad also, in the Arabic 12 months, there are 4 months in which war is prohibited. One of the month is Muharram. The meaning of the Arabic word is forbidden. War is forbidden in this month, but I all know that the war, or rather battle of Karbala, took place in this very month of Muharram. So, as it is Ramadan, the Muslims cannot commit any crime, is absolutely unwanted, and he stated it with an intention of consolidating the vote.
Okay, so you're saying Mamata Banerjee is trying to use this to consolidate her Muslim vote bank. Your point is taken. Let me come to Justice Ganguly. Justice Ganguly, your view. Who do you hold? Where does the buck stop?
First of all, let us admit one thing, that West Bengal police administration is not impartial. It is run on party lines. It is being done for not today. It is being done for the last several years. That you see, any crime is committed, the state police is silent. One has to fall back on CBI. The High Court does it very frequently for an investigation. So the recent scam which has come out in the recruitment, entire investigation in the hands of CBI. It's a very sad commentary for the state police. This is one thing. And on the other hand, I must tell you, I also live in a mixed area. Previously, say 5 or 10 years back, the Ram Navami processions were never carried with swords and long sticks. You cannot do that. This is also prohibited under the Constitution. Your right of carrying a procession, the Constitution says, it has to be peaceful and without arms. An armed Ram Navami procession was not the order of the day in the past. Similarly, the Muslims do the same thing during Muharram. That is also bad. These has to be tackled, irrespective of religion. Law and order has to be maintained on a constitutional basis.
So
that is sadly lacking in this country.
You're making a very important point.
Now things have gone beyond control. Now Mamata Banerjee is blaming outsiders, another political party, and now it's a blame game that is going on, and common man suffers.
Let me stop you for a moment. Both of you have raised very important points about the nature of politics being played out. Are politicians playing with fire? Riju Datta, you are listening first to Nazrul Islam, former ADGP, making it very clear he believes that pandering to vote bank politics could be part of the reason for what has happened in Bengal. And you've got Justice A.K. Ganguly also pointing out the manner in which Ram Navami processions are taking place with swords and lathis and a sense of militaristic processions taking place. Your response first, Riju Datta, and then I'll come to you, Sanju Verma. Is the Trinamool Congress playing with fire by pandering to Muslim vote banks?
There are two things. First, it is not Bengal violence, it is BJP manufactured violence. Second, there is no communal violence, it is criminal violence. And why I say that? I don't think there is any Hindu scripture like the Ved, Puran or Upanishad or any scripture for that matter which says that to please Prabhu Ram or pay respect to him, you have to take illegal kattas and swords and walk in a procession. Now let me draw your viewers' kind attention to this particular picture. This is Ram Navami procession by VHP in Howrah. This guy carrying an illegal firearm. This fellow, Sumit Shaw, arrested today from Munger, Bihar. Now, this is the ultimate picture.
Yes.
He is seen with the local Howrah BJP leader Om Prakash Singh. He is a BJP cadre. This is clear and direct proof that BJP is weaponizing Hindu religions. They are infiltrating Hindu processions with their goons trying to incite political and communal violence for their electoral mileage. But my question to you,
for every one photo that you show, they will show me photographs of stone pelters and they will say they've got out.
They don't have photos.
No, we've seen videos. Riju Datta, let's not, you've used this one instance and Sanju Verma will have to answer that. But I ask you again, are you saying that when Mamata Banerjee says that during Ramzan, Muslims will not commit any act of violence, isn't that giving a clean chit to many who have been seen on video also involved in violence?
No, I am asking you a question. When there is a 9 o'clock prime time show about Bengal burning where violence has happened in 7 other states, when the parliament was the biggest story, the parliament session was disrupted by the ruling government, nobody asked the question. On India Today conclave, the Prime Minister was there for 1 hour, not one single question asked. India Today conclave became Man Ki Baat.
You're diverting. No, Mr. Riju Datta, I am asking you about Bengal. You are now coming to Parliament. I am asking you a simple question. Is Mamata Banerjee giving a clean chit to those caught on camera from within the Muslim community who are engaged in stone pelting?
41 people from Howrah, let me just see, 41 people from Howrah, 52 people from Rishra have been arrested. They will face the strictest arm of the law. They have been arrested irrespective of their religion or political affiliation. But please, BJP must answer why this person was carrying an illegal weapon and he is seen with the local BJP leader. Okay. Why is BJP trying to incite communal hatred in Bengal? We will not tolerate this and everybody will be brought to book.
Okay, Sanju Verma, answer that, because today what we found, till yesterday the BJP and the VHP were claiming that these were false pictures. Now the Trinamool Congress and the police have shown that the people, and we are showing these images, this kind of weaponization of Ram Navami, or people from your own party carrying these weapons and then claiming that these are peaceful processions. No, Sanju Verma, there was no peaceful procession. There was deliberate incitement is also a fact. Let's not get away from it. Ram Navami processions were not about weapons and lathis to be taken through areas where you would clash with other communities. Why not accept the weaponization of this is also dangerous? You're playing with fire.
Let me answer Rajdeep Sardesai.
Please do.
Your question has been a rather lengthy one.
Yes.
I now want to say one thing to you. I remember, Rajdeep, I have been on zillion shows, with you and on your channel. And I remember that when there is a Danga in Uttar Pradesh, people ask for accountability from Yogi Adityanath. When there is a Danga in Madhya Pradesh, people ask for accountability from Shivraj Chauhan. When there is a Danga in Assam, people ask for accountability from Himanta Biswa Sarma. When there is a Danga in Haryana, people will ask for accountability from ML Khattar. I am surprised, and please, this is no offense to you, Rajdeep Sardesai. Please tell me that when there is a Danga in West Bengal, you have two esteemed, people on your panel, Justice Nazrul Islam and Justice Ganguly. They have clearly told you in no uncertain terms that Mamata Banerjee's police machinery has seen a complete breakdown. And do I need to remind Rajdeep Sardesai, a very seasoned journalist, and his audience, that last I heard, Mamata Banerjee is not only the chief minister, she is also the de facto home minister of West Bengal. And for Mamata Banerjee to completely abdicate responsibility and say, मेरा तो कुछ लेना देना है नहीं. यदि आपको किसी को blame करना है, please go and knock on the BJP's doorstep. I want to ask one question. Since you gave a lengthy verbose, monologue that was allowed to the TMC panelists, law and order under the 7th schedule of the Constitution is a state subject. Hypothetically, if I were to assume that there were some lumpen elements, some goons, some vandals who were affiliated to the BJP or to the right wing, and they wanted to weaponize the Ram Navami celebrations, Mamata Banerjee, 72 hours before Ram Navami procession was taken, is on record saying, I expect violence in Howrah, in Islampur, and in Park Circus. Since Mamata Banerjee has the ability to crystal gaze into impending communal violence and riots, what was she doing twiddling her thumbs and not giving directions to the police to swing into action and rein in the rioters and vandals?
Are you willing? All fair points. Miss Verma, all fair points. All fair points, but you didn't answer. Ma'am,
BJP ko bhashan de rahi thi.
Ma'am,
That is the sad travesty of fate.
Okay.
I will just end by saying one thing. Rajdeep, one thing. You always tell me ye public hai, ye sab janti hai. You showed a man, a 19-year-old young boy who was seen in the company of a BJP leader. Please go and check the timeline of Suvendu Adhikari, Sukanta Majumdar and our BJP MPs from Bengal. You will see that there are videos where Kalyan Banerjee is seen in some photographs, and people close to Kalyan Banerjee, who's a member of parliament from Serampore of the Trinamool Congress, people close to Kalyan Banerjee were seen indulging in vandalism. Kalyan Banerjee is a close confidant of Mamata Banerjee.
Okay.
So should I not ask questions to Mamata Banerjee?
Okay.
What was Kalyan Banerjee doing in those rioting areas, being a news spectator rather than doing his job as a responsible parliamentarian?
Okay. Let
How
me...
dare you blame the BJP?
Okay.
Mamata Banerjee is snoozing.
Producer.
And her were coming on national television and laying the blame on BJP's doorstep.
Okay, you crossed.
Mamata Banerjee is
Producer, please bring the volume down. Okay, no, Riju Datta, the point that Sanju Verma makes that you must answer, law and order is a state subject. Let's assume for a moment that outsiders are involved. Let's assume for a moment that the BJP wanted to create trouble or incite trouble, as you all are claiming. At the end of the day, the police is with the West Bengal government. And I maintain what an IPS officer once told me many years ago: no riot takes place without either the complicity or incompetence of the state police or both. Therefore, the buck must stop at some level with your government, with Mamata Banerjee. She cannot, beyond the point, keep saying outsiders. If they are outsiders, please arrest them. Please ensure tough law and order. But you can't constantly now pass the buck onto the BJP. You're going to have to take responsibility.
We have taken the responsibility. Now let me, after all the gibberish that I have heard, let me point out some facts to you. The three states, there has been violence in Lucknow and Baroda. There have been Lucknow and Baroda, there have been violence, but nobody is talking about it. The Home Secretary cannot see those areas. Now the three states which are marked by violence is Bihar, Bengal and Maharashtra. Why? Because as per BJP survey, out of these 130 seats, they are doing very, very badly. Now let me expose the BJP's toolkit, which has been in action for years. Choose a non-BJP state, mark minority populated areas, send BJP goons in religious processions, start stone pelting and arson, blame Muslims and state government, claim Hindu khatre mein hai, 100x X media coverage and hope for a victory. If law and order is a state subject, the Home Minister could have called the governor. Very good, he has called. What business does the Home Minister have calling the BJP state president? He is not an MP, he is not in an executive post. The Home Minister should not poke his nose into our law and order, number one. And number two, Kalyan Banerjee was not present in any Ram Navami rally. The BJP is a bunch of hate-mongering and right-mongering pathological liars. And the Prime Minister Modi and the BJP are a disgrace to the Indian constitution.
No, 1 minute.
Rioting was a yardstick. If rioting was a yardstick, Rajdeep Sardesai, then from Gujarat 2002 to Bulandshahr to Unnao to
if you blame, Mr. Riju Datta, if you blame the BJP for Gujarat 2002, then you must take responsibility when riots take place in your state.
We have taken responsibility. We have made the arrest. The law and order is in control. There is absolute peace and life has gone back to normal. It is BJP who is busy doing their vulture politics.
Okay.
Why is BJP leaders trying to enter 144 imposed areas and trying to create more ruckus and incite violence?
Can I? Okay, you made your point.
Busy with their vulture politics.
Okay, you made your point. Let Sanju Verma respond to that. Sanju Verma, you know, it's very interesting. Ram Navami is on Friday. Violence takes place in some parts. What happens on Sunday? Some of your leaders decided to undertake a Shobha Yatra and go into areas where they were explicitly told not to go. There are areas where there is 144, you want to enter those areas. Your leader Dilip Ghosh chooses to have a yatra in those areas. Is this not provocation? This is there are certain issues on which government and opposition must work together. It almost seems as if the BJP is relishing the idea that there will be violence during Ram Navami, during Hanuman Jayanti, and then pin the blame on Mamata Banerjee. A little bit more responsibility from your leaders would also help, no?
Rajdeep, you know, I love coming on your debates despite the fact that we are always on the opposite sides of the spectrum.
No, please. You know, no. Yeah. I am on no spectrum.
Let me come in, please. Let me come in.
Please don't make personal.
Thank you.
No personal.
Yeah, please don't heckle me.
Please
don't heckle me. I will say what I need to say.
Don't be personal.
I want to say one thing very clearly. ममता बनर्जी के लिए हिंदी में कहावत है और मैं 2 लाइनें कहना चाहती हूँ. यहाँ तहजीब भी दिखती है, यहाँ फरमान भी दिखते हैं. यहाँ तहजीब भी दिखती है, यहाँ फरमान भी दिखते हैं. तुम अपना दाम तो बोलो, तुम अपना दाम तो बोलो. यहाँ ईमान भी दिखते हैं. तुम अपना दाम तो बोलो, यहाँ ईमान भी दिखते हैं. Mamata Banerjee has completely abdicated whatever little iman she had in governing West Bengal. I repeat, if a chief minister...
You're not answering my question. Please answer my question. What are BJP leaders doing leading Shobha Yatras when there is supposed to be curfew 144 in place?
Law and order. She has no business running the state, and Rajdeep Sardesai should ask tough questions to Mamata Banerjee. Because the tough question should not be reserved only for a Yogi Adityanath, for a Narendra Modi, for an Amit Shah, for a Shivraj Chauhan. Rajdeep, do you have the guts to tell Mamata she's incompetent? Do you have the guts to tell her she's Hindu-phobic? Do you have the guts to tell her that she lost the sagas?
Okay, Kunal, volume down again. Producer, volume down. No, Riju Datta, your leader is being called Hindu-phobic. It's not the first time that that charge has been made. And somewhere Nazrul Islam also hinted at it, suggesting that there is an element of vote bank politics, particularly after your recent by-election defeat. You want the Muslim vote bank. You're claiming you alone will provide security. Now, any chief minister has to be even-handed. During a riot-like situation, ensure whoever's involved, whether it's the person who's on screen with a weapon or whether it's Muslims who are throwing stones, no one can be allowed to take law into their hands. Where is that kind of sense of even-handedness?
Rajdeep, I will give you a little statistics, and Mr. Nazrul Islam, we know him very well in Calcutta. I don't want to go into personal attacks, so keep him out of the picture, fine. I will just say this. In 2021 election results, Rajdeep, you know very well, Trinamool Congress got 49% vote share. Out of that 49% vote share, I did not want to go into community politics, but 23% was only Muslims. So Hindus voted more for TMC than they voted for BJP. So this angle of Hindu-Muslim won't fly in Bengal, because there is no Hindu-Muslim in Bengal. We are all Bengalis and we are all residents of Bengal. Point number one. Point number two, out of 42 arrested in Howrah and out of 52 arrested in Rishra, it is almost equal from both sides of the religion border. So we are arresting rioters. Let's stick to this. Rioters do not have a religion. Rioters do not have a political affiliation. But these rioters are funded and aided by political parties who are inciting violence on communal lines for electoral mileage and political relevancy, namely BJP. I'm saying it on record.
Okay, Nazrul Islam, isn't that really part of the problem? Political parties are playing with fire. You at the outset blamed Mamata Banerjee, but tali do haath se bachti hai. We've seen in the last year, since the rise of the BJP in Bengal over the last 6-7 years, the number of riots increasing, clearly suggesting that there is political benefit to be had by both sides. Mamata Banerjee, you say, benefits in a way from her vote bank politics, but so does the BJP. Can the BJP escape responsibility, Nazrul Islam?
This is not the first time when Mamata Banerjee is inciting communal flame. Sometime before, when the journalist asked her, his response rather for Iftar party, whether she will go to the Iftar party. She curtly told, yes, I appease Muslims and I shall go to the Iftar party, and said, the cow which gives milk, we have to take its kick. In Bengali what he told, Je Guru dudh day, tar lathi khawa uchit. Eta to completely communal utterances. So she has been doing it continuously.
Okay.
And in Shivpur or in Rishra, without admitting, I am assuming that it was only the BJP people who are creating problem. But police is not only those persons who wear uniform. There is intelligence branch. There is special branch. These people collect information and feed to the boss and the political leaders also. The police minister, Mamata Banerjee, is the police minister of the state also.
Okay. You know,
and from the interview of the footpath.
No, Nazrul Islam, you are saying there is an intelligence, there is clearly an intelligence failure, and that point, Riju Datta, has to be accepted.
No. There was no intelligence failure. There were instructions not to act as per law.
That's a very serious charge.
Has made the police their party
Nazrul Islam, that's a very serious charge you are making. There were instructions not to act as per law. No, ma'am,
I am giving one example.
Rajdeep has been exposed.
Nazrul Islam was a CPM cadre. During the CPM era, he used to carry the suitcase.
That is the problem with Rajdeep Sardesai.
What a disgrace to the post of ADG.
Please put Riju Datta and Sanju Verma's. You wanted to give an example. You have made a very serious charge, Nazrul Islam, on the program today, that instructions were given.
I am giving one example.
Please give.
After the municipal election in Jhalda, Purulia district, both parties, there was tie. So the officer in charge of the police station is talking to a Congress councillor that if he joins Trinamool, he could not be made chairman, but he could be made vice chairman. And after some time, this councillor was murdered. I am asking the question, can a police officer assure that he will be made vice chairman by the ruling party? Is it the work of a police officer or it is the work of a ruling party leader?
So what you're saying the politicization, sir, I take your point. You're saying the politicization of the police is a large part of the problem in Bengal. The police, you claim, are not being neutral at a time like this, and that is why, one of the reasons why the chickens have come home to roost in Bengal. Bengal therefore faces a serious crisis of credibility. Riju Datta, Sanju Verma, you are all putting your hands up, but we can go on about this. End of the day, the buck must stop somewhere. And the belief is the buck must stop with the Chief Minister, because the Chief Minister...
Hindu-phobic and incompetent.
Those are your words. I will not use adjectives.
Mamata Banerjee is Hindu-phobic and incompetent.
That's your word.
Mamata Banerjee has been overseeing the largest amount of communal rights.
Who is Hindu? Ma'am, I don't think, no.
Asansol riots, Jadavpur riots,
Your party
riots.
How have these riots?
When will Mamata Banerjee resign? Will Rajdeep Sardesai ask tough questions to Mamata Banerjee? No. Rajdeep
Sardesai is a hapless anchor listening to different voices. Time out. You know, the fact is, and I maintain this, no riot takes place without either the incompetence or complicity of both of the police. Now, in Bengal, at the moment, the violence has been brought under control. What is needed is even-handedness to ensure that all those responsible, whether it is a goon with a gun or whether it is someone who is seen pelting stones, both are unacceptable. Questions must arise over the manner in which Ram Navami is being weaponized, and that is dangerous, and the manner in which Islamist groups in some areas are responding with violence. Both are unacceptable. Who threw the first stone, who threw the first gun is not the answer. The answer is even-handed police that ensures law and order above all else. The Mamata Banerjee government, therefore, is on test. And the BJP too must ensure that its local units do not try to provoke violence in any form.